Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue the chapter 6, the four domains of the earth. In the last class, we learned lithosphere and hydrosphere. Now today I am going to deal atmosphere and biosphere. Before dealing these two domains, first you tell me, can we really survive without air? No. Well, you cannot survive without air for more than 3 minutes. It's so important for our survival. Not only us, but most of the living organisms of the earth need this air and they cannot survive without it. Where do we get air from? Well, the air is all around us, around all the different organisms and everything which you see planet Earth. The envelope of gases surrounding the Earth is what? Atmosphere. So, everything, all the gases and air around us, they form the atmosphere, which is very important domain of the Earth. Atmosphere is the column of air surrounding the Earth up to the height of 1600 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The atmosphere is the colorless and odorless layer of gases surrounding the Earth. It is like a shield that protects that Earth from the harmful rays of the sun. The atmosphere contains a number of gases and water vapor in different proportion. The air consists of nitrogen, which is 78%, and oxygen, which is 21%. The other gases such as carbon dioxide, hydrogen, argon, and helium are found in traces. Oxygen is the most important gas for our survival. Carbon dioxide is needed by plants for making food. Water vapor in the atmosphere helps in controlling the temperature of a place and helps in the formation of rainfall. Life would not be possible without the atmosphere. Now look here, layers of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is split into 5 main layers based on temperature. The first one is troposphere. The troposphere is the lowest, starting at the Earth's surface and extending upward to on average 12 km. We live in the part of the atmosphere and nearly all weather happens here. Mostly clouds appear in the troposphere because 99% of the atmosphere is water is found there. As you get higher in the troposphere, the air gets colder. Next comes the stratosphere. Stratosphere, which extends from the top of the stratosphere to about 50 km. The stratosphere contains the ozone layer, which absorbs higher energy UV light, converting it into heat. In the troposphere, the air actually gets warmer the higher you go. Above the stratosphere is the mesosphere. Mesosphere, which extends upward to a height of around 85 km. The mesosphere is the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Its coldest, this layer can fall as low as 100 degrees Celsius. The highest part of what most considered to be the Earth's surface is the thermosphere, which extends 690 km. Temperature can vary from between 500 and 2000 degrees Celsius or higher, although at this altitude their air is so thin that is not the same as temperatures we experience at the surface. The International Space Station also orbits in this layer. Now the last, exosphere. It is the last layer of the atmosphere. Exosphere, which extends upward to a height of 10,000 km. This layer is mainly composed of extremely low density of hydrogen, helium, and several heavier molecules, including oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, close to the exosphere. Now, the fourth and very important domain of the Earth, which is biosphere. The narrow zone where lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere come in contact is called biosphere. Life exists in this very layer. This is so because living organisms cannot exist without air, land, and water. Each living organism has its specific environment in which it exists, and this is called its habitat. All living beings of an area, plants, animals, and other creatures functioning together as a unit with their environment from an ecosystem. The biosphere makes living on the earth possible. After that, now come to the exercise work. Exercise A. Tick the correct option, fill in the blanks, and matching do in your SST book. And C. Define the following: lithosphere, hydrosphere, evaporation, condensation, and biosphere. Lithosphere, see here. The domain of the earth made up of solid rock and soil is called lithosphere. And hydrosphere, the domain of the earth made up of water bodies collectively is called hydrosphere. Evaporation and condensation. Look here, the answer here. The process of water changing into water vapor on heating is called evaporation, and when water vapor changes to water on cooling, it is called condensation. The last, biosphere. Here the answer. The parts of the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere where life exists called biosphere. And the last, answer these questions. The first one, name the major domains of the earth. Already I taught you that the four measures are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. Now the second question, describe the structure of the earth. Before dealing this question, the structure of the earth you have to make in your SST notebook. You have to draw this structure of the earth in your SST notebook. Now the answer is, the structure of the earth is divided into layers. These layers are both physically and chemically different. The earth has an outer solid layer called the crust, a highly viscous layer called the mantle, a liquid layer that is the outer part of the core called the outer core, and a solid center called the inner core. Now, explain the water cycle. Take here from during to cycle. Why is the earth called a watery plant? And the answer in your page number 42. From here, water is spread over 71% of the earth's surface and the remaining 29% is land. This is the reason why the earth is also called the watery plant. And the last, what form an ecosystem? This one you have to do by yourself. Okay, thank you.